Hiya, my name's Nick. Welcome to the Bear's Paws. What can I get you?
Hello, hello. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you let me know? How the dickens are we? Can you hear me and see me? That's good to hear. Literally good to hear. Who have we got? Let's work our way up. Kirsty. Oh, hello. Botrix has correctly joined the channel. Casper, how you doing? Mandy, how's things? Weather tennis, it is, isn't it? We get good weather, we bat it to you, you send us the shite weather, and then we send it right back to you. That's the way things are. Throat, and things. Oh, it's warm, isn't it? It's a stupid thing to say. It might not be warm where you are. It is where I am. Mandy's been watching Wimbledon. You can't really avoid it, can you? It's absolutely everywhere. Bleeding ever present. It's on everything. BBC 1 and 2 at the same time. I haven't been watching it, of course. Have I been hooked to it with that throat? I haven't. I've had one call today, that's it, and it's ruined me. Absolutely ruined me. I've been running around as well. I didn't finish work until 7 o'clock, so I've been sprinting around trying to get a few things done. So it'll take me a while for me to catch my breath, I think. Yeah, you don't watch it. I haven't been watching it either, to be honest. Tennis is not my thing, but I've not had a telly on. I've had audio books on. Much better. Sister's going to London in a few weeks. Any good ideas? Kirsty's the one to ask about that. Definitely. Unless there's people in dinosaur costumes playing tennis, you're not interested. Absolutely. Lashard Ali behind the bar. And the timer is on. It is on. Cheers. Free museums is a great idea. There must be something of yours that we've stolen that is in our museums. They normally are. Victoria and Albert. Normally full of stuff, isn't it? The British Museum. Absolutely chock-a-block full of other people's shizzle. The Vets games used to be fun. They did when it was... I'm trying to think who it was. Who was the really funny one? That's going to annoy me, that now. Was he French? North African Frenchy, was he? And they'd always take the piss. Bucket for Mandy. Happy days. Get yourself on the outside of that. What's his name? I'm off to check this now. Ah, there you go. Mansour Barami. Always really funny. I liked him. Loads of trick shots and stupid things that he's done. Bibbidi-bee. Found the biggest ever discovered Viking longship under the Viking Longship Museum in Roskilde. Bizarre. Did it fall through the museum or was it there before they built on top? Yeah, you knew what I meant though, didn't you? It was proper funny. Mansour Barami. Saphodemus and Pliers, greetings and salutations to you. How's things, bud? Away, Slanger, Yakida. Yeah, Kirsty will think of some stuff for you. The British Museum, the Victoria and Albert. What else is there? There's a few down there, isn't there? They dug out after the museum was there as they were expanding the grounds, and not only expanding the grounds but also finding its own exhibitions there. Wonder what else is just hidden. Things that we've tarmacked over, or well, the tarmac we found that over in the UK, didn't we? In a car park in Leicester, they found the bones, the remains of Richard III. Could be anything, anywhere, and we just don't know about it. Post Office Museum. The problem with that is, though, you stand in line for about 3 hours, and then when you get towards the counter, they say no, you go home. Glass of Coke for our Kirsty, of course. Thirsty Kirsty. I am as well. I had to go round the Spar and get them about 20 minutes before this started, because I have the thirst. I'm after having a thirst something fierce, so I am. A red Tuborg, or Tuborg. Still waiting for the Lawnmower Museum. Oh, shizzle, of course you are. I'll see if I can fit that in the next week or two. Jess comes home on Friday. Parents go away on in the early hours of Sunday. So there's stuff to do in here tomorrow. I'm off for the next 2 days. Stuff to do in here tomorrow to get the house ready for me and my nephew to not set fire to things. Then Jess comes home, so I'll be messing around, picking her up and dropping her off here, there and everywhere. Saturday night, Sunday morning, drop my mum and dad off at the airport. Hopefully then I'll be able to fit in a little bit of extra time next week, if not the next couple of days, to go and check out the museum. But it needs to be done. Absolutely needs to be done. Kirsty's throwing the snacks out left, right and centre. To be honest with you, Kirsty, I think you need an upgrade. There you go, Kirsty's Snack Shack. You can get what you want in there. Nearly home alone, I know. Well, it's not really home alone because my nephew's upstairs. And he eats about 38 times a day, so he's constantly up and down. But it's still a bit more relaxed, a bit more chilled. I wonder, could I stream from the front room watching the big telly, watching the footy? I might be able to. Yeah. Ooh. Sorry, but how can I pleasure you? No, sorry. Mother's boyfriend and his kids and grandkids are at Lake Garda in northern Italy. Oh, very nice. Apparently gorgeous. Put them on the new snack table near the pool table. Thought it was going to be Kirsty's kitchen. It was. But then I've going by the rule of 3. Everything is better with the rule of 3. It's got a rhythm to it. It's got a meter to it. Ba-dum. The Bear's Paws, Kirsty Snack Shack, Freeman Hardy Willis, all these things, Cannon and Ball, all much better. Plus, I forgot that I was going to call it, to be honest, but there you go. That was a very, very last minute thing with AI, and I literally just loaded it about 2 minutes before we started this. Give me a break, man. 28 and sunny down there this week. It'll be lovely, especially by the water. Some pain meds and a pillow. Oh man, pain meds and a pillow. Would you like ice with that? You should know me by now, Mandy. I either have fantastic ideas or have fantastic ideas thrown at me, and with every good intention to do them, 5 minutes later they're gone out my brain. Know what I mean? Last year your mum sent pictures of those massive hails they had down there, the size of tennis balls. What? Cars will get smashed, they will do. And again, we've mentioned this on this stream. Hailstones in the summer, ice pellets or ice balls in the winter. The difference is in the summer, they fall down a bit, they go back up again, they fall down a bit, they go back up again. Each time they go up, the moisture that's around them freezes. And they come down, it adds more moisture, back up, freezes. So they end up being laminated, and they are so strong that instead of just bouncing off the car or smashing and melting, they stay really rock hard and smash through things. Very, very dangerous. Yes, it's on wheels, so you can move it nearer to you, and it can also be hooked to the back of whatever we're hooking the back of things to be moved around. The match hatch. I have to be very, very careful what I said straight after that so it doesn't rhyme. The snack shack. They can all be just dragged away, taken to other places. We can go and join the circus or the fair and all kinds of stuff. Don't go to sleep near the fire pit, please. Warm ice, we can do that. We've got loads of warm ice. You're going to take a bet on how high I'm going to jump when the biddly biddly bing goes. We'll see. We shall see. It's piggly ding, by the way, which you're going to soon find out. The best place to fall asleep, no one stole your sock. No one could get near it. Too bloody hot. Oh, man. Full of it today. Absolutely full of it. I've been sneezing quite a bit. The weather's a bit crazy. It's cold and raining earlier. It's red hot and dead windy now. There you go. A proper Irish pillow there as well. Tricolor pillow. Very nice. In the right order as well, as you would be expected, obviously. The other way around, it's the Ivory Coast. If I've changed it to saying piddly ding, as if I'd do anything like that. I mean, come on. How childish would that be? How childish. There it was super windy till midday, then burning hot and now grey and rainy. Sounds like our day in reverse. Grey and rainy, warm and now super windy. The lovely song playing, you want to sing it? Go on. In the Arms of the Angel. Nice. Springboks are still going to pummel you the weekend. Have we got to be careful? Is it going to be pause on pause violence, is it? You can't sing, you want to screech it instead. Hasn't stopped a few people, has it? Not being able to sing. They're still making a living out of it. I mean, as much as I loved him, Mark E. Smith from The Fall could not sing, and yet they're one of the most influential bands in British history. You know what I mean? Yeah, wait and see. Wait, you never know. You never know. It's not the proper rugby though, is it? It's the rugby union, the posh stuff. The stuff where people piss in pint glasses and make each other drink it, that kind of thing, you know, that kind of rugby. The rah, rah, rah rugby. Completely lose your track of time this year. I know exactly what you mean. It's strange. If you go up for a pee during the night, it's light. Light all the time. It's difficult to keep an eye on things. Auto-tune. I was watching something the other day about auto-tune. In fact, Rick Beato was going on about it. Music has been completely ruined, and then loads of people are having a go at him over it, which is stupid. He's 100% right. They started off with auto-tune, and then with the drums, well, we'll just correct some of the drums, so now the drummers don't sound like drummers anymore. They sound like drum machines. Then they'll punch in and punch out of guitar solos to make sure it sounds right. There's no humanity in it anymore. No humanity. There's no human factor in it anymore. So he was kicking off about it, yeah. But auto-tune should not be allowed. If you can't sing, piss off and go and work somewhere else. You're not welcome in this business. Mandy, did you need auto-tune? Did you shite? Most of these singers nowadays, they couldn't hold a note in a bucket. Kirsty, you've done a test and you can't remember on what, but it told you you were an alto. That's not bad. It's not bad. Should keep you in work. I've got no idea what I don't even know. Don't even know what my range is. I can sing Oasis songs, so obviously it must be shit. 2 days ago you went to bed at 3 and it had already been getting lighter for an hour. It's mad. It is mad. Seeing one that changes whatever you sing to the right note. It's not even auto-tune anymore, is it? It's literally just AI. Sort of drummer that makes rude country and western songs using AI. There's a few of us been using AI to make music in this community lately. It is very, very scary how good it is. Incredibly scary. You can still tell. There's with the drums especially, I think again Rick Beato was talking about it. It can't do swing proper, and I don't mean jazz swing, not that. When a drummer's drumming, even rock drummers, if you listen to anything by Deep Purple, is it Ian Pace, the drummer? He drums with swing in a rock environment, but you can tell it's not perfectly on the beat. It's occasionally just a little bit behind, which gives it a much looser and more human feel. And AI can't seem to quite replicate that, so it sounds a bit too metronomic, a bit too on the button. Couldn't even hold a note in your wallet. At least you've got a wallet. You hold your money in there. You can hold plenty of notes in there. If you win the lottery, there'll be plenty of notes in there. You didn't have the opportunity to use auto-tune. You didn't need it, Mandy. You didn't need it. You're a singist. A full-on proper singist. Welsh people don't need bloody auto-tune. It's in your genes, man. No, I meant... Oh, bollocks. No, bollocks aren't in your genes. Digging a hole here, aren't I? Very scary. You'll know yourself, Kirsty. You've been doing it. How easy is it just to come up with a little bit of a prompt? What's in your head? Well, what can I make? I'll put this in, and it comes out, and it's either what you meant to do or even better than what you meant to do. It's amazing. The prog rock stuff I've been doing, the 8 Mile Radius, has blown my mind how good it is. I think it's been listening to quite a lot of Yes, because occasionally the vocalist sounds very much like John Anderson, which is all good by me. All good in the hood blood. Yeah, Mandy, you wouldn't have gotten the job in the first place if you needed auto-tune. You'd have been out the band before you were in the band. It wouldn't be in, out, like it has been the last few days. It'd just be out constantly. Yeah, just some are absolutely insane. They really are. Someone even made a song that was Stand by Eminem, but sung by Frank Sinatra. I think I've heard that one. It is really, really odd. Freaky. Definitely. Right, Saf, this is a magnificent question. Who is the copyright owner of an AI song? Who gets the writing credit? Right, you don't use a famous person's voice, and they're not entitled to royalties, but it's going through court at the moment, and it's a strange one, this, because you write it because you write the prompt, and if you write your own lyrics like I do on some of my ones, it's still mine. The output is yours because you put the stuff in it. These record companies are trying to say that it should be copyright because you're using other people's material to learn from. I like, what the fucking hell? So that means I can't go and put a record on and listen to the Beatles because I could get inspired by that. Is that not the same as AI just using that record collection I've got to work out what sounds good? It's mad, but it's going through court, and the only reason why they want to do it is because the record companies want to bring out their own AI, which learns from their artists, and they can charge for it. All about the Dwayne Eddies, man. Very easy. Sweet Dreams. Anybody can sing this, one note all the way through. Very, very simplistic, but simple stuff really works, doesn't it? People can really make money on AI, which is superb. And it takes the creative process and puts it into the hands of people who may not otherwise have the capacity to create. So I don't mind. It's going to be, the best songs are always going to come from someone's heart, not just AI. It's going to be someone who knows what they're doing, physically playing, definitely. But it's still good. I mean, I can't use my left hand, but I can certainly type one-handed, and AI can come up with some fantastic stuff. Most boring song on karaoke. Easy though, yeah, so people give it a go. Isn't that good though to start? Start with something you know and is easy to do, and work your way up. Who am I to diss a brie? I've travelled the world seeking cheddar cheese. Everybody's looking for Gouda. Swiss cheese is made of these. Jeff gets the royalties he wishes. If he did, we'd be living in a massive house. He will be ruling the roost. The knob. Going back to messing around with the AI song in a bit. I love it. It's really good. It's interesting. AI tunes could look on stage at Glastonbury. You say that, but Gorillaz managed to tour, and that's a cartoon band. Of course, the band was behind a curtain. Damon Albarn and all them were behind the curtain playing. Can be done, and also, I think AI can work in that sort of the inspiration way of doing things. Write me a song about this, and then listen to it and go, actually, that sounds good. If we just change it slightly and put a bridge in this place here and change some of the guitar lines to what I would normally play, then you can use that as part of the building process. But again, the record companies don't like it because someone's making money out of them, or someone's making money that they aren't. They can't find a way of. This is exactly the same as drugs. The government don't want. They could legalise drugs and they make a lot of money out of it if they taxed it, but because they can't tax like heroin and stuff like that, it wouldn't be the people wouldn't be happy with it being legalised. So they don't want to know about it. But they always want money out of something, don't they? Try one with the dogging names. Ooh, yeah, get them all written down, get them all thrown in AI, see what comes out. Yeah, but like the hologram ABBA, it's already happening. AI is already working, but just not for the music, for the other stuff around it. So why not? AI, absolutely all of it, and then tell the audience who are paying to turn up, why are you paying to turn up? You could have done this at home in the space of 20 minutes, you fucking idiots. With our names here as well, says the ginger fox. Bit of dance vibe, get in there. Bags of big box, little box, cardboard fish and all that stuff. It's funny just how quickly AI has progressed though. I mean, just literally in the last few months, it's gone from being something from the future, which it might look good eventually, to it is here now and everyone's using it. The leap in the last 6 months or so is insane. Ginger Fox from Ireland, High Jinx from the north. It's all about the X. The Fox and the Jinx. A whale tour from your bedroom. There you go. Interesting stuff. Going to try and get one of each name up on the channel. Brilliant. That's the good thing as well. No one else on earth will be making a song like that because no one else knows the names of people on here. It's truly unique. Again, that's probably one of the things AI is brilliant for, because there'll be virtually no one else on earth who can think of the same input that you can. It's boss. The best AI you saw was the mix of the Lion King opening song and Foo Fighters. It's weird the way music can sort of weirdly cross over. Foo Fighters being an example, with they've had a few people up with singing with them, haven't they? They've had Rick Astley singing "Never Gonna Give You Up" while they play it, because apparently Dave Grohl said the chords to "Never Gonna Give You Up" are virtually the same as the chords to "Smells Like Teen Spirit." So they used to play it as a warm-up, then decided one night, would you want to come on stage and sing with us? And Rick went, yeah, go ahead. Not asked at all, just jumped on and absolutely give it the beans. Good lad, isn't he? Good Merseyside lad is Rick Astley. I say what you're typing all the time. This is what we are now, the Bear's Paws. We are hive mind. Is it great minds think alike or sick minds think alike? Or is it a bit of both? He's married to a Danish bird. Done well for himself for a T-boy from Newton the Willows. Fair fox to him. He's the kind of person you'd want to be married to, isn't he? He'd never, etc., etc. Just keeping an eye on the timer here. I don't want to get spooked, do I, by Piggly Ding or whatever it is that's going to come up. I've done another AI song. I told you, didn't I? I've done a little sort of modern-y, classic-y thing, which I'm now waiting to find some kind of video to put it to. I'm wondering whether the driving one on Sunday morning might be the one to do it to. Piggly Ding, yeah, we've got an alarm to tell me that it's someone else's time behind the bar. And it sort of goes Piggly Ding. and each of the channel square table Janet and Lep from Ohio, me from Puerto de la South, Arias and Ange from Maryland. Got a salt it out, proper salt it out. Bloody hell. It's not getting any cooler in here, even with the window open. I had that window open, I closed this one over. Just pushed it open slightly. Now it's starting to sound unhealthy. Is it me, or does it feel weird? No footy. Just, it seems really strange. I'm not used to it. Oh, the subscriber. I thought that was Piggly Ding too early then, but it's not. I can't help looking at me Piggly Dinger. If you had one, you'd be looking at it as well. People are strange. There you go. Echo and the Bunnymen. Boss tune. There's a Boss tune by the Doors. I thought it was even better by Echo and the Bunnymen. Laying tarmac outside on your street has been smelling like crap all day. That is a smell that a lot of pregnant women love, apparently. Weird, you're not watching footy anyway. I know, but we're not in the match hatch. We're in the actual pub. Weird. There's something missing off the screen. You don't have a Piggly Ding. Maybe it's only men. May well be. I've got one eye on me Piggly Ding and the other on the stream. Saf, do not worry, do not apologise at all. If you're not feeling good, go and get your head down, have a sleep, and hopefully you feel better ASAP. As soon as players. There you go. Ciao, ciao for now. Oh, we're under 10 seconds, by the way. Piggly Ding, next! See, it says Piggly Ding, told you. Who's next behind the bar? Piggly Ding. Told you, man. It said next straight after it. Piggly Ding, next. Mandy, you're psychic. I knew you were going to say that. This, by the way, there's a timer on the stream deck, and it went diddly diddly do or something. But I said it sounded like Piggly Ding, and then in my head, it's now Piggly Ding. So it is now officially Piggly Ding. So who's up next? Who's working next? Who fancies to go behind the bar? Making bare tips, fam. All about the Piggly Ding. Watch out for the Piggly Ding merch coming soon as well. No doubt there will be. We've got the Bears Paws Cars and Canines merch, t-shirts and bags. The Llama Racing Club stuff is about to drop fairly soon as well. I'm looking forward to that. I'll just pin this up now, in case anyone wants to buy loads of stuff. Yeah, but it is weird. Oh, yeah. Quickly, Ali, going to do another one. All right, well, I'll put you down. I'm going to start the timer as well because you're going to get another piggly ding later. What I might do, as long as it's not a pig's dinger, oh, definitely not. And I'll have to try and work out where I put all this stuff. Jesus. No. No, wrong one, wrong one. Yeah, there you go. Right, we'll just jump to the match hatch quickly. Very quickly. See there? I was thinking of doing that. But what I need to do, like Germany are playing Spain, so that'll be in the corner there. And every time they score, I'll update the score. But at the moment, I have to do it like this. By going into the I wanted to do it where it was automatic. I just press a button and it goes up by one, but it hasn't so far. But that seems all right, to be honest. That was quick enough, wasn't it? So if I just say now that Spain equalise. He said it's quick enough, but fucking hell. You got 1-1. Sort of quick enough. And then I'll stick it down here somewhere. Under the bar, just so you can see what's going on. Hopefully that'll work. Hopefully. What would a piggly ding look like? Corkscrew, I think. So I'm led to believe. It's like our version of diddly squat. Clarkson's Farm. It's piggly ding. You know, we might start growing our own stuff in the massive grounds of this particular pub. Ali, you are a woman. A woman with spun gold hair and see-through skin. Stay out the sun. Could do with the names. You're rubbish with flags. The names can go above them as well, so yeah, that's not a problem. It was just a very, I had 2 seconds before the stream started to do that. I will do that. And there's plenty of space just below me here. So there's room to put the flags in there and that. It will be done on Earth as it is in Devon. You love that song. Not my scene, man, but there you go. Had the most English can't be asked to cook dinner tonight. Fish fingers. Can't go wrong with fish fingers. Fish finger butties after having a few beers. Always go down well. Hang on, I'm getting bombarded again now. More space in the match hatch there is. There's loads of space in there for things and stuff. Unfooties, and then because that'll be there, we don't need the little box there which people can't really read. So it'll be more fit for purpose, shall we say. But I will have to work on that. Next game's on Friday. I'll have to work on it. Get it somewhere, but I'm off tomorrow, so I can. Need to get my ma to change my bed for me because I can't do it myself. Will I be going anywhere myself? No. Staying put. Absolutely 100% staying put. Yeah, I can't do much, unfortunately. Because the hand doesn't work, the leg's not working great, and I've been in real pain today all day. The entire left-hand side has been in bits. I think I may have slept funny. I woke up this morning covered in clown paint. Lawnmower Museum. Call me the lawnmower man. I will be going. I will make it my life's work to go there at some point. Next week, at the latest. I'll find out. Do you need to book it? Can you just go in on the day? I'll find out. Dance beat, definitely. Something we can boogie to. It's a nice bit of stuff, that. I like that. Oh, by the way, Mandy, it's not just the Lawnmower Museum, it's the Great British Lawnmower Museum. The entire Lawnmower Museum. It's going to be so it's not going to be disappointing. How can it be disappointing when we've got Hilda Ogden's lawnmower is in there, as is Nicholas Parsons. His lawnmower, not him. Hilda Ogden used to live in Southport. My dad used to do a bit of work for a gardener, and they used to do the lawns and stuff in the home that she ended up living in, which is probably why she could give up her lawnmower. True story. Jean Alexander. Should be good. I'm thinking they've got to be able to allow you to film in there. They've got to be, haven't they? Lee Max Dipper is in the British Lawnmower Museum. His school is not that far away from where I am, I know that. He went to Stanley High School in Southport. Do they get voted out if the lines aren't straight? I would think so. They take these things serious, man. Lawn mowing is an absolute art. The Garden Museum, it might be the Garden one, but you never know. He's a Southport lad, so you would have thought he'd have given something to the Lawnmower Museum. Quite a few famous people from here. Mark Almond from Soft Cell. He went to the college, which is just literally there, and see it from the bathroom upstairs. Miranda Richardson, who was Queenie in Blackadder. She's from here. Robin Asquith, the man whose arse is famous from the 1970s. He was born here as well. Will they let me film it? Robin Asquith's arse. Oh, you mean the Lawnmower Museum? I don't know. I'm going to have a look. Might be worth looking on YouTube and see if anyone else has already recorded it. Did they have to do it sneakily? I would have thought, though, pics at least. Now, and just keep on pretending to take pics while letting the video run or something. As long as you don't grass me up, mate. I know places don't want to be having everything they own showing on screen. There's got to be some kind of draw to take it in there, but come on. Not the same as going to the pictures, is it? And filming the latest James Bond or something. It's a fucking Lawnmower Museum. Just let me give the people what they want. Any publicity would be welcome. I would think so as well. Not that I can give them a huge amount of publicity, but, you know, I can try, can't I? And do a little bit. Help them out if possible. Got to rep your hometown. Even though it's not really my hometown, is it? It's just where I live. Although I suppose that is your hometown, isn't it? Not where you were born, where you live. You'd heard of it, but you didn't realise it was in Southport. Mad, isn't it? How have we got the British Lawnmower Museum and the British Fireworks Championships? And also one of the biggest gardening flower show. One of the biggest ones as well as here. And next weekend, not this weekend, the weekend after, is the fly show. The air show. Southport Air Show is a week on Saturday, isn't it? Saturday, Sunday. A week on Saturday. I will try and get some videos of that as well. I'm trying to work out the best way of doing it. Do I go in the back garden? Do I go in the front with the proper camera on a tripod? See if I can find some choice videos. Publicity, but places like that would buzz off publicity, I would have thought. Yeah, Queenie and Lee Mack. So would I lie to you, Lee and Black Hill, you're blanking a name. They got into the same town spiral that Rob Brydon had to break up. Pretty sure they've mentioned it on either QI or Mock the Week. It sounds like that kind of thing, doesn't it? It sounds very QI-ish. As in, like, could you believe this? There is a British Lawnmower Museum. Do you know what? Here's another thing. What kind of other museums are there in the UK? Kirsty, over to you. That could be a hell of a rabbit hole to fall down. What weird museums are there in the UK? I think there's a thimble museum somewhere. I seem to remember seeing that. Can't spell. Distracted by Kirsty releasing songs. Isn't there a pencil museum in the lakes, Thomas? There is, isn't there? Have I seen that on something? Was it inside the factory, or was it something like that, wasn't it? Sure, I've seen that. And they went and visited the pencil museum you've heard of. Sounds pointless. They better sharpen up their act. But I bet you it's all those stupid museums, the ones that are not remotely funny. Oh, it's stupid. Why does it exist? Probably end up being the most fascinating, weirdly fascinating things. I'd love to have a go at them. Just go and find all kinds of stuff. Pencil Museum, Southey Works, Keswick, Cumbria, CA12 5NG. There you go. Stick it in the sat nav, put it in Waze. I wonder how long that'll take me to get there. I'm going to try this out now. CA12 5NG. Right, this is saying that would take me 2 hours and 5 minutes to get to. Two hours to the pencil factory. One day we will go. Do you reckon they sell pencils there? Hive mind is annoying. I know. I could tell you were thinking that. You're lurking. Are you in working or shaking? Nice to catch you as well. Frantically cleaning before Mrs. Tom flies home, of course. Can you hear me, Mrs. Tom? Yes, the Pencil Museum is to be visited. You are getting a dad joke for that one without a shadow of a doubt. Dad or not. Just had to listen to your Ginger Fox song. Is it any good? Is it great? Is it fantastic? Is it a certified banger? The song, not you. Is Mrs. Tom bringing home the duty free, is she? How much mess have you made? There you go. Have you been playing footy in the house when you're not supposed to? Footy boots on the parquet flooring. Oh, man. Now in my head I've got that advert for French polishers. The Yellow Pages French polishers advert. Visions of all your mates screaming around the house trying to fix things. Sandwiches. Saw an operation theatre in Copenhagen once. So morbid. Man. Interesting though. Normal ones and surprised ones. Surprised sandwiches. It's class. Does Brother Rabbit play on it? 400 Marlborough Gold for Auntie Jackie. Some of them are spicy, just to let you know. Are we still talking about the sandwiches or are we on about the songs now? Plenty of spice in there. Share it to the RDA. I want a steak butty. You've eaten but not enough. Piggly Zinger sandwiches. They would work. Definitely work. Which is Piggly Ding in chilli sauce. On bread. Who wouldn't want them? It's pissing me off this now. Oh, you fucking gobshite. There's a fucking hurricane going on out there.
It's going up, 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 it's there.
Level 23, Kirsty, fantastic. $200 at Bifters lid. Been playing footy in the house, going up for headers. No wonder the place needs sorting out. If you hoovered around Domingo, he ain't moving nowhere, bruv. First time your mum went to the Canary Islands, she bought you the carton of Marlborough Gold. You were 16. Right, 200 each. For those. That does sound like someone mowing the lawn or strimming the borders or something, and you shouldn't really be out in this. The skies look brutal. Very brutal. Well, we've got just over 10 minutes till the next Piggly Ding. I'll try and turn her up for you. Just started smoking before you turn 16. Your mum didn't really like it, of course. Of course they don't. It's unhealthy, that's why. Not good for you, man. That's proper annoying me, that now. Why would you be out in this? So windy, and it feels as though the sky's going to fall in at some point. Have a day off, soft lad. Did we work out if the alarm sound could be customised? You want hook to it to announce the end of your shift. It can be done. It has been done on Earth as it is in Devon. So there's a good chance you might hear it soon. When you do multi-toms, you can picture that meerkat. Sometimes embarrassed by smoking, it gets less and less accepted, it is. And it is really bad for you. And everybody that I know who smokes in personal life says they wish they hadn't started. But then try that to explain that to young kids. Like Heidi smokes, and then try to explain to Jess. I mean, she doesn't smoke herself, but I found a vape on her once. Fucking, why are you doing this? Vaping is supposed to be to get people who smoke off smokes. There you go. Your mum wishes she could give up, but she can't. Even though she did for about 3 years while we were together, bizarrely. Don't know how she managed that. I'm enough to stress anybody out, aren't I? Yes, they all chanted. What? The one on the rocket, Alan. That wasn't a meerkat, was it? That was a, what are they? Was it a groundhog? Something like that. What style of music do you want your Chugs Amarula song to be in? Kirsty's making AI dogging songs. We've got the Foo Fighters on, haven't we? Coming home tired from a long day fighting Foo. Little rodent type things. They are, aren't they? Kirsty's done the Ginger Fox one. Check it out on that there YouTube there. What are they? What are the stupid bloody things called? No, go for it. No, what are they? There's a... What the fucking hell are they called? Them things. Prairie dog, that's the one. A prairie dog. I had mentioned before, and now you can't stop thinking about the fall. Mark E. Smith, singing about dogging. Yep. He would do it as well. And if you know anybody from Manchester, they will have played in the fall. Not a single person who's alive in Manchester has not appeared in that band at one point. You left your windows open. I'll put my hand inside. Prairie dog. I watched the programme on prairie dogs. They are incredible. whenever any one of them sees some kind of problem going on, whether it's hawks and eagles and things. Eagles are really bad where they are, where they live. One sets the alarm off and the entire area, they're all going mad, all shouting. I know, that impression's nowhere near as good as it used to be, unfortunately. I'll get there eventually. Prairie dogging. See, this is all cyclical. It's all linked. This is the hive mind I was talking about. And instead of shouting Alan, it's an anagram. An anagram that doesn't get you kicked off YouTube, obviously. I wonder could I get away with that T-shirt of him shouting an anagram of Alan, Lana, Adam Lana's waiting, talking Italian. Oh, but I haven't said this before, have I? This is genuine, this. Some things ruin stuff for me. My brain, normally. Just this little thing in the back of my head flicks, then something appears from nowhere. Robert De Niro, in my head, whenever Bananarama's singing, Robert De Niro's waiting, stroking a spaniel. And I can't get rid of it out of my head now. Every time I hear it, that's what I think. It would make more sense, to be honest with you. He's American, he's not talking Italian, but I bet you he has stroked plenty spaniels in his time. Domingo's hiding from the vacuum cleaner. I am not surprised. They don't get on well, do they? And Aldo, the prairie dog. The prairie dog. I see you got yourself a prairie dog. Grab a coffee, we'll talk. You take your prairie dog for a walk. Yep. What's Daddy doing to you? Be very careful, this might descend into filth. He's stroking the ginger tabby. In it, fam. Much more like a Brooklyn dog, innit? Hey, I'm walking here. What room? Read what? He's not happy, Jeff, is he? He is not happy. Stroking a spaniel, definitely. You sing variations of Justin Timberlake's Sexy back to suit. Usually replacing sexy with sweaty or hairy to suit you. I do this constantly, and it's not even trying. It's My Prerogative by Bobby Brown. Got changed to I'm Michael Oliver. I'll book who I want to book instead of I can do what I want to do. Just when it gets in my head, it sticks there, and I can't get rid of it unless I put it on Twitter or something. So you put in Trichadelic and currently singing, you'll hear or read millions of these bastard things. My brain's not wired right. This is before the stroke as well. My brain wasn't wired right. Just keeping an eye on the piggly dinger. Jeff's timing is immaculate, isn't it? He cares not a jot. Jeff the non-jotter. Oh, well, it's a minute till Piggly Ding. Who's going next behind the bar? Keep an ear out. Can I have to keep an eye out for sound. Coldplay song Yellow was a hit there when it came out, but the chorus sounds like he's singing about shitting pimples in Danish. It sounds like he is when he sings it over here as well, to be honest with you. Perhaps when it's time for other things, he's on time. Might well be. Might well be. Still wouldn't trust him, though. Mondegreens they are. Rolling Stones and all. Excuse me while I kiss the sky. And I need you, you need me. Old MacDonald, can't you say? Piggly, Piggly with a G. Hang on. Piggly ding. Next. See? Piggly. It said Piggly. That's actual evidence right there. You can't refute that. It's irrefutable evidence. It's Piggly ding. Not Piddly. Piddly would be piss, wouldn't it? Yes, that's what Gwyneths of the Paltrowish kind do to you. You have a kidlet called Apple, who you have to update every 18 months. It takes forever. Belgium playing, yeah. A little bit of Lukaku starts. Lukaku starts for you. I've said both. I have, but we've settled on Piggly ding, because it sounds like diddly squat, but with pigs. It's our version. Piddly would sound too much like a toilet, so Piggly ding. Right, so anyway, yeah. Piggly's dinged. Who's working next? Who's up? Who fancies a shift? Slange, Charlie, slange. Well said. Oh, it's getting worse out there now. But that is a mighty fine looking sky, that. It looks dangerous. And looks beautifully bouncing off the bonnet of my my whip. Me? Alright, I'll do a shift. I'm not averse. And even though I ran out to go to Spa before this started, when I come home, I took my shoes off and put my slippers on. I am learning. In reality, I could do with a pair of those sketches, you know, the ones that you don't have to put your hands anywhere near. But I wouldn't want to buy them in case they justified the continued existence of Jamie Redknapp, so they're not having them. Piggly sounds like pickly in Danish, which is cock's corpses. It means you can still swear on YouTube. You can. Us English can swear on there as well, but you just have to be a little bit careful, because a lot of Americans tend to have an issue with certain words, and it's a US company, so we have to be really careful not to drop any of these C-bombs especially. But you know, we do alright. It's not exactly play school on here, is it? Galliano, hot shot, oof. There you go. Worked in Spa many years ago, doing your Bowie. There's a Spa man watching what you buy. Very nice. You picked up some Doritos and a steak and kidney pie. There's a Spa man watching what you buy. Yep. Is Spa a shop in Britain as well? It is, and it comes from the Scandinavian Spa. It's where it originated, and there used to be a few of them dotted around the country. Franchises. Now they are absolutely everywhere. Does Spa mean save in, well, Danish, Swedish, Norwegian, Finnish? Sure, it means save, doesn't it? Sparkasse. Ireland as well. You've got Spars, but you know, fucking Timsons. What's going on here? Under the tree at Spa. Spa means save. Yeah, I told you. It does in German as well, doesn't it? Ich möchte nach der Sparkasse gehen. Vielleicht, jawohl. Told you. I know these things, man. Me and languages go hand in hand. But I didn't start the timer for myself. What an absolute amateur. Amateur hour in the big top. I thought something was going a bit weird there, wasn't? But it was. How long have I got left for the podcasters? Could have managed to fit in a couple more episodes tomorrow before they stop doing the music one. What do we think? Do you think we could? I would like to get nearer to 20. I can't even remember how many I've done. 12 or 13 podcasts, music-y podcasts. I need to do a few more if I can. I enjoy doing them. Small local banks used to be called a Sparkasse. It's the same in German. All same sort of derivation of language. So yeah, start it now. I just did. It's there. Why is everyone acting like an absolute knob tonight? Someone screaming the car outside. A bit further over there by the sound of it. Raspy engine and pops and bangs. So it'll be some bell end in a baseball cap. You know what they're like. It did give us words like leg, dog and window. Or a dog leg even. We're lucky to have had such influences on our language. Makes it more rich. Not as one-dimensional or two-dimensional. Truly, truly deep. Finns had to be different. Finland's different in itself, isn't it? It's just... Look, it seems different. I don't mind that. Don't follow the same line as everyone else. Do a Tour Hawk podcast, history of 8 Mile Radius, explanation of the opus. The opus hasn't finished yet. We're only 2 in. It needs another at least 4 or 5, I think. Or they're all going to have to be 15 minutes long, which I don't know if I can put my head around that kind of thing. I might struggle doing them. I have got a 15-minute trip hop song though, which might be used actually for the driving. That was one of those ones where I was on audio and I was just extend. But you have to wait for ages for it to sort itself out. But it's there anyway. It's there. Ali, you have a question? Go ahead, let me know. What's going on here? Noise everywhere. Ombudsman is in Danish ombudsman. The D is silent, so it's the same. How much is that doggy in the window, the one with the waggly tail? Is that the question? I do believe they are £5 each or 10 for 20. The beauty of the 8 Mile Radius opus is it's never finished. Never. It is ongoing, continuous. Everything they release is an opus. And there's a North Korean cat. Only fools and horses. The chandelier episode, that one, isn't it? What style of song for the Chugs Amarula? What style are we going for? Trying to be sarcastically funny. Don't need to be sarcastically funny, just be funny as normal. Oh, shite. I know it's Wednesday, but Sunday wasn't Sunday, was it? It was sort of Sunday, but not Sunday. Sort of. So, a bit of Jeff. We haven't had Jeff for ages. Whose foot went over the line? Go on, say it again. Nah, I'm not messing with him on that one. Not a chance. I fucking hate bin day. Mandy, here you go. There's your soulmate there. Coldplay and Keane are on here this weekend, but apparently I'm the evil one. So he must have been to Glasgow.
Hoo-yah!
There you go. How much are the dogs in the car park? The ones with the piggly dings. Front tail. Yes. How much are they? 69 each, apparently. Very nice. That is a bit of earworm there now. Thanks, Mandy. Can't get rid of that bloody song. Cheers. Opus means work in Latin. So as a classical pianist, you call your works opus 1, 2 and 3? Nope. Not remotely weird. They are. What other choices have there been? Tempted to see what something gospel tinged would sound like. Maybe something a bit Motowny. Not heard any gospel or Motown. I bet you they'd work really well, wouldn't they? Give it a go. See what happens. See what it comes up with. Oh, see an encrusted Yaris rear mirror. You wouldn't get much on a trade-in for that, would you? Have you emptied the boot out, mate? Oh, what's that over there? Well, that is still ridiculously hot. No need for how hot that is. Oh, that is an epic looking cloud. Our sister act. Or Sister 8 in Netherlands. Why not? I wouldn't mind a bit of James Brown gospel, like from the Blues Brothers. That'd work well, I think. But of course you can't put people's names into Suno or Udio, because that then would let the record companies know that you are actually using them. Boot full of mayo to the tune of Brimful of Asher. Funnily, you should mention that song. One of my friends in work, Sharon, who only lives down the road, funnily enough, I don't see her that often. She always calls me Brimful of Ashy whenever she sees me and sings it to me. Which gets shortened to Brimful occasionally. Which Brimful sounds like a really, I don't know, sort of a posh, is it a posh name? A public school name. I say it's Brimful. Brimful there. Yeah, Brimful. Boot full of mayo. In itself, a booty full of mayo is even worse, eh? Very ditchel Mavid. David Mitchell. Jesus fucking hell. What is wrong with me? Why can I not speak of the kings? To sort me out, man. And because I'm not working tomorrow, I am going to turn the alarms off and sleep until I wake. I'll probably wake up early anyway, but that's it. I'm going to sleep till I wake. And then sort the rest of it out then. What else do I need to do? Sure, there's something else I need to do. change the bed anyway. That needs to be done. There's something else in here I need to sort out. This is where I need me pissing whiteboard, isn't it? I'm going to sort that out. Listen to a Richard Herring and David Mitchell podcast. Very dirty combo. Richard Herring's a dirty combo with most people. His podcasts, the RHLSTP, isn't it? Rahustalapa. Those podcasts are really good with Greg Davis does one. When he talks about his mate with the bowl of cheese. Has to be heard to be believed. And Bob Mortimer's good on there as well. Generally, we all do that. We all sleep till we wake up. Yes, but sleep until I wake up, not sleep until my alarm wakes me up. Slight difference, that one. If you sleep until you naturally wake up, hopefully you feel better for it. Although I don't always do. But if you're woken up by a pissing alarm, I want to punch someone. Print and laminate the boarding passes. Now, no, but yeah, but no, but yeah, but. I will have to look into that because I don't think my mum managed to sort out the app on the phone. My dad's got it on his phone, but she's a panicking ass. What happens if? Oh, alright, sound, I'll sort it out. I'm going to have to do that tomorrow, definitely. Make sure she has the correct app on her phone, but also I'll print off the boarding passes for her. Stop her moaning. All I had to eat today was a bowl of cheese. That was just insane hearing that. And he accidentally gave away his real name. Yeah, all I had today was a bowl of cheese. It's great you can go back to sleep. In theory, you can. But I'm in such a... I don't want to say a routine, but if I wake up or my alarm goes off, I just tend to get up and go out and make a cup of tea and start my day. Although there have been a few days, especially weekends, where I've just put my headphones on and listened to music instead. Cracking sunset. What the hell? Is that Wallace and Gromit, is it? It's a cracking bit of sunset, Gromit. It just still looks a bit too light here for me. I can't see the sun dropping down, so it's still just like a bright sky. That heavy cloud has disappeared. Love it when you wake up and it's like 2 a.m. and you go, thank Christ. But no, because I'm still normally awake at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock is the magic hour. Fantastic things happen at 2 o'clock. One sounds a bit more country. They have a habit, don't they? Suno especially has a habit of making every song sound like a country song, no matter what you put into it. Again, that seems to be quite an American thing at the moment. Any streamer that I've seen on either YouTube or TikTok or somewhere, they've always seemed to have, if they're American streamers, they always seem to have some kind of country rock in the background. So is it really that, it must be that popular? That's why you got people, your man getting to number one in the chart. What was his name the other week? The one that you get Spencer to sing. Can't think of his fucking name now. Yeah, but because it's so popular, Suno tries to make everything sound like fucking country. That's it, the thought of you two tender chickens pecking away at each other is almost more than I can bear. That's an amazing quote. And in the voice as well. The sky is salmon pink here at the moment. Are you sure it's salmon pink? Is it not petrol pink? Jinxie, how you doing? Hi, Jinx. Hi, Jinx. Luke Combs, that's the one, yeah. Combs or Coombs. Yeah, him. So everything tends to be seemingly very countrified, whether you like it or not. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Dusty orangey. Yeah. There's a hint, but where I am, there's houses over there. When the sun drops below it, you can't really see anything, so the sky looks fairly light. But if I go for a walk later, when I get to the top and turn around and look down that way, then it looks blood orangey. It's mad. What's clagging? We know what's clagging. The relapse. And now, in my head, to the tune of blankety blank, blankety blank, claggety flaps, claggety flaps, claggety flaps, claggety flaps. He did a great performance with Tracy Chapman. Nah, sorry, not having it. Can't be arsed with music like that. Not my scene, man. Yours is going to take a bit longer, Tomash. Always longer. Sun's just dipped below the horizon. I think we've got another, how long here? Speaking on behalf of everyone, despite the fact that we all live in completely different places. In Puerta de la Suz, sunset is in 14 minutes. And then dusk is at 25 minutes to 11. So it's a long dusk. No rain, no. No rain at all. And that is Shmool with a capital Shmoo. What style of music for you? Jinx. For your dogging song? Fast Car? No. It's another song that I hate hearing because it gets played too much. It's like Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd. Shouldn't be allowed. Shouldn't be allowed. And if anyone here plays guitar and goes into guitar shops, you will know why. Once you hear these songs played 30 times a day by people of varying abilities on guitars, you'll get absolutely sick and tired of the same bastard thing over and over again. Man, are those pineapples or are they little punk ducklings? Can't work that one out. Let our Kirsty know. Yeah, it's mad. We've got as I say, the sun goes below the horizon 21:44, and then it doesn't go till actual night time until 22:36. Until then, it's just dusk. That is, yeah, it is very much a swingers symbol as that. Normally upside down though, isn't it? Got your favourite Tracy Chapman tune? Just overkill. Played far too often. And even if you loved a song, if you heard it constantly played by people who not really that good at doing it, you would be sick of it as well. So Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd. I used to love that album, but as soon as I hear that first couple of notes, I want to smash things to bits. Mandy and Nick, our styles as well. I would go for, with me, ska music, ska, a little bit of ska. Upside down on cruise ship floors. Don't go on a cruise with Lionel Richie. Ooh, what a feeling when you're drowning on the ceiling. Yep. If you wear your pineapple symbol upside down, it's a sign you're a swinger. Speaks the voice of experience. Speaks she who is getting caught by the fuzz. Yeah, it's no more than dusk till the 7th of August. Jesus. Only heard that today. Says Jinxie. Not a chance. Man, do you love smoke and ashes? How about a pipe and a blint? Oh, Jinxie, your song, The Sound of Silence by Disturbed. You only found out today. Yeah. Of course you did. I found out on TikTok, to be honest with you. People who are trying to be a little bit risque on there were telling you, apparently, if you've got a pineapple upside down, so it's showing you all these soccer mums in the US with the trolleys putting pineapples upside down, filming themselves. Oh, I wonder if anybody will approach me. Yeah, of course they will, because you're in this together, you knobhead. Good try, though. One of the massage parlours near you, the symbol for the shop is an upside down pineapple. Well, there's a reason for that then. Does it tell you to swing by there? For the happiest of endings. Your style is Schubert or Rachmaninoff. Ah, Bach. 90s hair rock for Mandy. Fair enough. I can imagine you belting out the power ballads. Yeah, tell your sisters for the London trip, either to go and seek it out or to avoid it like the plague, depending on what the day is. I'm now getting confused, but it's sort of Sunday, isn't it? So,
But Kipper's Vindaloo. It can't be good for you.
there we go. Kippers. Tourist leaves hilarious Snowdon review on TripAdvisor. One person described the climb as rough and steep before suggesting the mountains should be relocated. The review reads, "It's way too rough and steep. The weather is atrocious, and whatever possessed them to put it in Wales? It would be much better in Cornwall." Another person, saying they were lied to, was disappointed by the lack of a Welsh greeting upon reaching the summit. The reviewer said, "Awful experience. On reaching the peak, there wasn't a leek or daffodil garden, nor a choir of Welsh miners. It was also raining and it wasn't warm." While a third person, describing the walk to the summit as exhausting, suggested handrails should be added on Snowdon to help make the climb a little easier. The visitor commented, "The views at the top did not compensate for a walk that is very difficult. I wish there were handrails. A healthy person would struggle to get to the top. Athletes only walk." Wasn't Spencer, was it? Could have been, you know. It might have been him. We'll have to ask him. You're raging, are you, Jinxie? You thought you were going to tell a great reveal. Come on, you must know this is the filthiest podcasty, streamy little thing on Texas. Of course we already knew. Filthmongers. Ali knew nothing. Our virginal Ali. Unsullied by humanity. She knows nothing. There's a train, you dick. Is there not a sign at the bottom of the bottom of Snowdon just saying, "Are you stupid? Yes or no? If yes, please get on the train. If not, there should be." Erwyddfa. There we go. Eryri. Arori. Arori. Mad, isn't it? I think, to be honest with you, I think it's a very tongue-in-cheek set of reviews, that one, rather than someone being genuine, but it's on there. If you want to have a look, go on TripAdvisor. It's there. Handrails, yeah. There are some places which I'm sure, is it Gribgoch, or whatever it's called, which are probably more difficult to climb than like an Everest. Adam, how you doing, bud? Yeah, maybe they were expecting Tom Jones to give him a piggyback up, singing "It's Not Unusual." It just pisses me off when I see stuff like that, to be honest. Why this? Why that? Why the other? Did you not check before you went what it's like? The same as people in the middle of winter getting stuck up Ben Nevis wearing flip-flops and things. You know, are you fucking stupid? It's a mountain. It might not be the same size as the Himalayas, but it's still a bloody mountain. It still gets cold. Wear the right things. Take some Kendall mint cake with you. Anything. How's it hanging? Adam, how's it hanging? Denmark's highest mountain is in Greenland, 3,700 metres. In the same way that Spain's highest mountain is in Tenerife, Mount Teide. Watching some reels on Insta, Gen Z, or Gen Z as it should be pronounced, they are a little bit dense, aren't they? Have we got any Z? I don't think we have on here, have we? We might have a millennial or two, but no Zs. Jess isn't here, so I think she's a Z, I think. Perhaps. Jinxie, you don't know if that's high or not. It is high. It's not Himalayas high. Gen X is us, Gen X. I think are you millennial? Gen Z, I'm sure, is like Jess's age. 17-ish to 20-odd-ish. There's one girl who was saying that organic eggs meant the chickens were fed a vegan diet. So it meant that eggs were vegan. You cannot argue with logic like that. The same as the American girl, quite a famous one recently, when she went for hamburgers and the waiter said, "How would you like your cow cooked?" She went, "It's not cow, it's pig. Ham comes from pigs." For fuck's sake, no. It's not called hamburgers, they're made from ham. In the same way that frankfurters are not made from frank. Oh, progressive metal or Delta Slide Crossroads Blues. There you go. Oh, that's how you want your dogging song. Nice. Some nice stuff there. The worst thing about this as well with the Gen Z is it us that's let them down? Is that what it is? Did we as Gen Xers, did we just think they'd be alright? We were alright. We managed to work things out for ourselves. Are they too cosseted? Have we not taught them enough? Did we not allow them to fall down and hurt often enough? I mean, come on, nowadays, I wouldn't climb a tree. I can't anymore, but I wouldn't, because if I fell out it would hurt, and I know it would because I've done it. There's a new gen, your nephew's in it, it's Gen Alpha. Yep. Grim, isn't it? Fucking grim. She found out another girl, she said that she...
Next.
Ding ding, piggly ding next. Fucking I wasn't expecting that. Even though I should be expecting it. She found out that people that were born in 2023 would live to see the year 3000. Bleeding hell, that's biblical. They are dire. Kirsty, you are a millennial, but you don't really care. It's how you act as well, I think. Let's all meet up in the year 3000. Insane. Who's working? Who's doing a shift? Who fancies a go behind the bar? 3000, Jesus. Look forward to seeing someone who's was at 977. Yeah, it looks about 95% of us are Gen X. Similar kind of levels, similar ages. Don't mind that. Yes, Jackie, we'll all be dead in the year 3000, including anyone that was born in 2023. If you're born in 29, 23, you'd be lucky to see 3000, never mind anything else. Do you reckon they'll make a huge deal out of hitting the year 3000 as well? Jinx, eh? The timer has been set. Nice one. Yeah, I think they'll make a huge deal of that. Because I remember 2000 and all the Y2K bug stuff that was going on. We had a countdown clock outside the pub. And then we had a massive night. And it was just a normal New Year's Eve, really. Stupid. Nothing changed. No planes fell out the sky. It's mad. Yeah, we are the feral generation. The ones that had to go and learn for ourselves. I think we were lucky by the fact that we had public information films that were genuinely frightening. I mean, have you ever flown a kite near overhead cables? No, I haven't. Not a chance after that. Yeah, because you're a millennial, you have to watch out because of all the people that were out and about. Now they're all there in the phones, so at least we could stay in and avoid them. Now you can't even stay in and avoid them. They're just there everywhere. Gen Z post 96. You're a millennial. I thought you said that, didn't you? Mocktail for Ali. Last of the latchkey children we are. If anyone wants a vegetarian sandwich, is that a sandwich made out of vegetarians? We had no internet. We had to learn the hard way. We did. Discarded porn mags in bushes and things like that. A bucket of Maduri. Vodka and lemonade. The Sturi Maduri. Pip, how you doing, man? You're an old fuck. You've got no idea what category you fall into. I'm saying Gen X. I'm guessing it's Gen X. Yeah, make sure the eggs are vegan. Ask the chicken. Kirsty didn't get a laptop till 2010. When did you get the charger? Was that later on, was it? In America, the boomers used to have a public information film coming on at 10 p.m. saying, do you know where your children are? I think we did have that, didn't we? We had something like that anyway. Do you know where your children are? And the parents just went, no. They'll come home when they're hungry. I used to walk in, scratches everywhere, mud, blood. Are you alright? Yeah, I'm sound. Just going to have a shower, can make something to eat. Jinxie, you remember Paul Magazine bushes? Of course you do, you were in them. I'll read his wife there. Didn't have the internet until 2007, the year you got your driver's licence. What? I'd been driving for 17 years at that point. You had to toggle. Mandy, you're talking about the chat. Has that been acting the maggot again, is it? The first time you saw tits properly was in a mag found in the woods. The first time I saw tits properly was when Everton played Liverpool. You're having that one, Zave? Yeah, Pip, what style of music would you like for your AI dogging song? Star Readers' Wives. Sorry, I do apologise, Jinxie. Star Readers' Wives. You are a star. You're having that one, Zave? Can't remember the year you got internet. We got ours early 90s. It's proper, still real. Full on, no, can't be early 90s. Have to be mid 90s. I think it was still Windows 95 was on it, so it's got to be the mid 90s. Of course it is. What a stupid thing to say. Definitely before 2000. So I'm thinking 96. Might have been 96. Didn't get broadband until 2013. It was late coming round, really, considering other places in the world had broadband way before we did. So 2013 is not that bad. Bit of salt and pepper. Pushette. I mean, Ma bought the first computer in the house in 97 with dial-up broadband. Can you hear the dial-up in your head? 80s pop. What year was the ZX81? Would it be 81 by any chance? Now, was it 80s or was it 70s? The 81 was down to the memory, wasn't it? I think. Now that you can't remember when you got internet, you get. You can hear the dial-up. Even to this day, I can hear it in my head. But then it was also a similar thing with back in 84, 85. I got an Amstrad CPC 464, and when the tape wouldn't load properly, you'd have to start it again. You'd have to tap on the keyboard near the tape recorder to make sure it worked. So I can hear that in my head as well. 1980, yep. I remember in school we had the BBC microcomputer, which was fucking massive. Your mum got 5 minutes in 2012, and they don't start 5 minutes in Sweden until 26, because they have all the rock that we don't have to work through. Must be a nightmare, mustn't it? I seen something the other day. Can't remember what it was on, but it's on about fibre optic cables going around the world and how it revolutionised things. But of course, it's a physical medium, and the ocean floor is not flat, so you've got to try and feed it through as best you can. And there was wasn't a tsunami, it might have just been an earthquake, underwater earthquake in the Pacific, and it cut all the fibre cables from the Far East to the United States, and business went absolutely apeshit. They couldn't fix it for ages. Don't even think of that, do you? I think it's just that easy. Just drop it in the water and it'll be alright. Yeah. Remember having a Spectrum with your brother and you used to play Bomb Jack? I loved all those old games. Jet Set Willy and Manic Miner and stuff like that. The slow pictures loading, yeah. We're talking about games and Jinxie's talking about porn yet again. Chucky Egg. Yeah, another one. Bit of digital foreplay. Waiting for it, yeah. Play Pac-Man. You have fibre broadband. It is much better, isn't it? You've got tree broadband. Daley Thompson on the Spectrum. Played it for hours. How are your fingers now? Are they knackered? Are they just like that? Remember playing that? Was absolute nightmare trying to play that. But brilliant at the same time. You're with Zen. 300 meg broadband for 40 a month with a guarantee they'll never increase the price. Lucky to get any kind of guarantee these days. We're with BT. Just been with them for donkey's years, so it hasn't been changed, but get decent speeds, I think. Every new roundabout in Sweden looks epic when they make it. You can spot the twice daily dynamite hopes being detonated. What? Is one not enough? You need 3. It's the magic number. Yes, it is. It's the magic number. Have we had haiku yet? Yes, Mandy, we have. Love the song The Travelling Soldier. Don't think I've ever heard it. Despite the fact that it's currently playing on my phone. I have to tick a little thing on the Bears Paws jukebox though, so it doesn't influence the algorithm for me. Yeah, I'd love to show the vegans eating eggs that organic means the chickens are eating worms, slugs, beetles and anything else they can scrape out of the ground. Proper organic. Eat what you catch. That is definitely going a bit mad out there now. But at least that bell end stopped with his trimming edge. I've missed the haikus. It's only, is it 3 days late, but doesn't feel right, man. So, Kirsty, how many of these AI dogging songs are you going to end up having? How many have you got written down? Oh, Bloodhound Gang even, The Bad Touch. You missed that one, you were typing. I'll do it again towards the end. We'll have an encore for Horace. Okay, I'll let you know. Do you want to set a piggly ding and remind you? Trees and other plants have been proven to feel things and whatnot, so the vegans are screwed. They are, aren't they? There's loads of noise in here tonight. I think I'm surrounded by things. Malignant spectres. or Jeff as he's known. In the heat of the night by imagination. You check the dogging poetry of Frankie Boyle. There's some weird images in his head. Absolutely. It's a rich source for poetry though, isn't it? You didn't know that and you like Frankie Boyle? Now you do. Now you have to go and check it out. Go and try and find him. Malignant spectres brushed by the wings of something dark. Out in the Bear's Paws car park. Yep. The smell of cut grass is a distress signal. The grass screaming to other grass. That makes it worse. And I've got hay fever. So that's what it is. It's paying us back, and it wasn't even me that cut the bleeding grass. Bit of white snake. I think it's around 10. Bloody hell. Did you ever see the Craig Charles poetry compilation? I didn't, but I used to love Craig Charles as a poet. Way before he started doing Red Dwarf and everything. I remember him on Grenada. He used to have something that he filmed down at the Albert Dock, and he was always doing his poetry. Love that. Isn't it weird when you're sleeping alone in the house at night and you start hearing weird noises in the rest of your house? It's a good reason to go to bed drunk. It is, absolutely. But when you can't drink, you have to put up with it. Or white noise and a sleeping mask with Bluetooth earphones in. Always works. I love Craig Charles' poetry. He does it very well. And it was the first time I think I'd ever heard a voice like mine speaking about stuff that I knew about. There was no wandering lonely as a cloud and all that stuff. It was just talking about people getting thrown in the back of Black Mariahs and volleyed everywhere. Picked up by the police, yep. More white lightning. Is that a weather report or you're on the aisle? The grass is like the prairie dogs. That's exactly what it's like. The grass is shouting Alan. For a heavy grass allergy yourself. It's horrible, isn't it? Jinxie, flattery will get you nowhere. But keep on doing it anyway because it's always nice. 8 grasses. That should be followed by fuck the Matrix. Can you link the Frankie dogging thing? Unfortunately not. It doesn't accept links. So it won't show up. You'll not sleep tonight. Of course you will. You'll be asleep here in about 20 minutes. Like you always are. You're not asleep tonight. Yeah, that bit when you hear a voice that's yours. It doesn't happen very often. And when for the first couple of times that it does, if you hear someone who sounds like you, I mean, it must be alright if you go to eating or somewhere and you put the telly on and it's always someone talking like you. When you come from somewhere where you didn't used to hear regional accents at all, it does, it jumps at you. Fear is the mind killer. Who drinks white lightning? You do in the park. Yeah, enjoyed the Roy PJ algorithm party book, the same reasons. He sent me an email years ago saying, can you have a read through this for me and see what you think of it? And it was a bit of writing about Everton and about David Moyes. So I had a read through it and got back to him and said, yeah, brilliant this. It really sounds like it's in your own voice. It doesn't sound like it's pretending to be anyone else. And then a couple of years later, all of a sudden he's now Roy and he's releasing books. Fucking hell. To see someone go from that, will you have a quick look at this for me, to I'm releasing my next book, I'm writing a play, and I'm getting voiceover work and all kinds of stuff. Smashed it, hasn't he? Seems a good lad as well. Ali, yours is done. 1. Process of Tombola la la la. Jinxie's 3 and 4. Mandy's centre half at number 5. Pip the holding midfielder at number 6. Yep. 8 Casper. Don't forget Angie as well, yep. About 10. You're lucky no one sounds as fucked up as your voice. Now behave yourself. When you do the voiceovers for your videos, you have to spend 10 minutes editing out the screaming. Your voiceovers sound. You know. Your voiceovers sound, know what I mean? They sound great. I always think it's more authentic as well when it's your own voice. Especially if you've written the script or it's something that you know about. It carries a bit more gravitas. Plus, you can also see the Brazilian coffee names correctly. This whole fucking house is shaking. That is getting very, very Mork and Mindy out there now. What room? Read what? Jeff? Behave yourself. Yeah, Angie Powerwolf. Don't know the style. Yeah, there's a few styles we don't know there, isn't there? Are you that excited about making the video? Is that what it is? Or is it different types of screaming? Not your type of screaming, Jinxie. Not the kind of screaming you were doing in the Devonish. We've heard all about you. Having fun messing about with it. That's one of the main things I think with that. It's having a mess with it, learning how to do things. If you want to start making your own videos to go with it, finding out how to create the images or how to create the videos or to get them from the likes of Pexels and what have you, put them together. So you're learning editing techniques and things. It's brilliant. Loves doing stuff like that. Anything where you learn, I love doing. Louise and Esther, yeah. Do you want to flirt with that, love? Kirsty, what are you calling the album? Go on. What's the name? Have you got any working titles? You hate your voice, especially when people comment that you sound awful. Oh, bollocks to it. You sound like you're just an entire nose. Just a horrific nasal scream. You don't. You sound alright. Just, YouTube is full of absolute weapons who want to just be nasty for the sake of being nasty, so take no bleeding notice. How far is Walton from the docks? Depends on where you are in Walton, because it's quite a large... It's about 2 miles or so, is it, Walton? It's not that far, to be honest. Goodison's not that far away from Bramley Moor. And don't be fooled by the rocks that I've got. I'm still Walton from the docks. The Doggin family. Diddly-do. We're expecting it to be windy tonight. Just so you know whether to advise Ryanair, they'll have to crowbar fingernails out of armrests. It is starting to sound very, very windy here. To be fair, I have still got a window open. But the whole house feels like it's shaking, so I think it's it sounds a bit stormy. Is armrest extra? You have to be buying new armrests on them planes. Is it windy up north? It is very windy up north at the moment. Very windy. To the point where I think my steps target for the day is no more, unless I go on the treadmill. I'm definitely not going out for a walk. But I went out earlier, so I'm alright. I got me fresh air. Has everyone seen the prison warden video? What video would you mean there, Jinxie? Could be dogging in the car park, the title track, it could be. does sound, it sounds like it. This is our first single. Only it's not a single really, is it? Because there's about 20 of them sat around the car. That would be a yes by the look of it, yes. Voiceover done for the Italian coffee culture video. Now you've got to create all the historic video scenes. Again, like I say, just saying to Kirsty, isn't that part of the fun of doing things, even though it's an absolute pain in the arse at times? Learning how to do these things, or getting better at doing them. Doing something and finding a better way of doing it. It's always that little thing. I love doing that. If I manage to find a trick, and then seeing the end, the end product. Love watching your videos because they always look and sound great. Going to use runway 3, but it's extortionate. Everything's extortionate at the moment, and everything has to be subscriber based, isn't it? You can't just buy something and use it. It's you can use this for a week, then we're going to start charging 90 quid a month or something. Ridiculous. Yeah, the one of Air and the Prisoner. Top news at the moment. Why are these people stupid? It's happened loads before. Did you not realise that you end up going to jail yourself? It's not just a slap on the wrist. Well, it was more than a slap on the wrist, wasn't it? But yeah, why are they doing it? Didn't see it, but read about it. It was all over social media. If you're on Twitter, it was there constantly. It's only about 4 minutes, so Jackie said, yeah. 4 minutes, 12 seconds, I think you'll find, she told me. Sabrina will be performing Boys, Boys, Boys in the car park for the Doggers and may do a celebrity special. That will bring them in from all four corners of the Christendom. Yeah, it is very odd, isn't it? The mental images that people create. Kirsty's saintly and pure. Never heard of it. You don't use Twitter. No patience for twats. Twitter's alright. There are some idiots on there, but you get that everywhere. You get them on buses and things anyway. When you go to the supermarket. That's what the block button was invented for. Or asking them if they get in a particular state on Twitter. Pal. That is. Thought he had something then. Gazer with his dogs, mate. Gazer with his dogs. 4:27 to be exact, yes. I would say 4:33, but there was a lot of noise. It wasn't silent at all. Did he do it forcefully, or was it just man on man? It wasn't man on man. It was man on female prison warden, and it was getting filmed, which she is now sacked and will probably go to jail. Why did she do it? Why? Are the cheeky girls supporting? That'll go down well. Sorry. Never heard about it. Ali, you've not heard about that? It's all over the place, man. Also, don't use Reddit. That's a weird place anyway, that Reddit. Very strange. It's definitely not on YouTube. I don't mind Twitter. I've been on it for 15 years, so I know my way around it and I know how to deal with people. I've learned a lot on there. Made some very, very good friends on there as well. Twitter's great and terrible in equal measure, absolutely. I do reply with rapier wit in seconds. I am actually funny in real life. Just as soon as the camera comes on me, I can't do it. I can't deal with the pressure. Definitely jail for her. She's going to be even happier. Well, maybe it's going to be a girl's jail, not a boy's jail. You never know, she might like that kind of thing. I don't know, was she coerced into doing stuff like that though? It seems a bit weird. Know what I mean? Seems slightly strange. When you're strange. Yes, her notoriety will earn her only a few fans. There is absolutely no doubt whatsoever she will have an OnlyFans on there, dressed in guard's uniform. You'll be alright, just keep your head down. That she was. She is a schwinger. Still strange though. Was she an actual, I don't know, was she a long-term prison guard, or is it one of these things, get yourself in there, get some notoriety, do your 6 months in jail and then come back out and make a fortune? Was a prison ID on upside down? Something was on upside down. Yes, yes, Casper, he was getting stuck right in. That's why they call it a stretch inside, because you get inside stretched. Oh, we're 30 seconds away from Piggly Ding. Well, almost 30 seconds. 30 seconds away from Piggly Ding. I'll point the thing towards it so you can hear it as well. It is definitely Piggly Ding. There's a lot going on in there, wasn't there, in that jail? Why has the fella got a mobile phone as well? Piggly Ding! Next! That's sounding more and more like a bus, to be honest. Because it was in the car, and the car's diesel, obviously. Obviously. Who's next behind the bar? Although, I should have rang last orders, shouldn't I? But you know what? We're having a lock-in, to hell with the consequences. Piggly Ding makes you think of Claudio Ranieri's Dilly Ding, Dilly Dong, yep. And then he made the advert, didn't he, for it was a Bud Light. You're a good friend of the Crown, Dilly Dong. And every time I hear Willy Bolly, I think the same thing. Willy Bolly, Dilly Dong. No, let's not go there. Who's doing a shift? Come on. Doggers are getting a lot of notoriety, so much so that Wheeler Dealers are looking to combine an episode. It's going to bring a whole new meaning to the phrase, out at your end. Yep. You like a dilly ding, Thomas? Why did I read that in a French accent? You like the dilly ding, Thomas? You like? Leicester, that's mad, wasn't it? Mad them winning anyway, but all that shite about dilly ding, dilly dong, and then the little paper clapper things that they use, and they still use to this day before every game, which sounds bloody awful. Ali, are you shouting for our Tomash, or are you doing a Felicity Kendall impression from The Good Life? Dom. What's Wheeler Dealers, what? It's not a delivery boy sort of program, although they do deliver. It is a car program. They buy cars, they do them up and then sell them on. They wheel and indeed deal. Good Life. It's old. It is, but it's brilliant. I love The Good Life. And it's lesser vaunted cousin, Ever Decreasing Circles, written by the same people. Most fabulous. Stuff that I didn't really understand when I was a kid, but as you get older and start watching them, you think, this makes perfect sense. It's about what life is like when you get that little bit older. Same as Yes Minister. Don't understand this years later. Oh, I completely get this. Good Life 70s, the early 70s. Ever Decreasing Circles is Your Life. Ali's back behind there. And we've restarted the Piggly Ding. Third time the charm. Depends on what you're after. Big tips. Can be plenty of big tips for you. They're a nice generous bunch in here. Loads of Dwayne Eddies. You now understand and appreciate Al Bundy. You have to live a life till you understand he is every man. Yeah, I absolutely get that. Ever Decreasing Circles, all you remember is the water ripple and the little piano intro. Richard Bryars was brilliant in it. As an absolutely ridiculously anal, shit, I've said it again now, haven't I? Anally retentive middle-aged man. Just plays it perfectly. And Peter Egan is his neighbour, who's dead relaxed, laid back, and always seems to win at life. Just seeing that, someone who can't win against them at all. Brilliant. All of you with Piggly Dings, what you want? Just us. How about the girls? Get your tips out for the lads. Yeah. Ted Bundy, on the other hand, yes, thankfully he wasn't every man. You like Butterflies? That was a good show, though. Again, another one that I didn't really realise until I got older. Just how radical it was. To have the main character being a woman, and then also a woman dealing with all the vagaries of life. She wasn't just there so her husband would turn up and say, oh, we've got the managing directors coming round for tea at 4 o'clock. But I haven't got anything in. And then people fall over and his trousers fall down. No. She was a proper complex character. I like that. And even though it's very 70s, 80s, it's aged fairly well because of that. People still have the same struggles. Women still have the same struggles. It's mad. The world is fascinated by Ted Bundy. They are. I think the world's fascinated by people who can do the kind of things that he did in the first place. But also the whole thing about being a good-looking fella and charming. It's mad, isn't it? The same Richard Ramirez got the same thing. They were getting marriage proposals and fan clubs set up for them. Do you not know these people would slice you up in half if they could? All of you non-Piggly Dings, yeah. Once saw a man in your dad's pub put his ball sack into one of the billiard table pockets. Ooh, be careful. First time you heard a Scouse accent was in the Liverbirds. It must have been someone else, must have been one of the supporting actors, because Nerys Hughes was from North Wales and the other one, I can't remember her name, was from Accrington or something. Very few Scouse accents in that show. Not many people can do a good convincing Scouse accent. They certainly couldn't. Jinxie, you've seen that several times. Why am I not surprised at that? Oh, Jesus, suffering fuck. Adam, nobody's mate, good to see you. See you later. Oof. Naughty. Very naughty. I'll have to check what the weather forecast says about that wind. Is it supposed to be that strong? "39 km/h, moderate. Moderate, my absolute ball bag. Not a chance. That's heavy wind out there, man. And it's getting darker quicker. You can see it now. Oh, it's a shame we haven't had summer yet, have we? It hasn't kicked in yet. Jinxie, you've lived a life, of course you absolutely genuinely have. With your swingers pineapple and your bushes full of porn and stuff. Angie, how you doing? Digga-da-dun, power wolf. There you go. I'm going to have to try and work that out, aren't I? How to do that with only one hand. How can I play power chords with only one hand? It's just not working, is it? 39 km/h. It's not remotely strong, that is it? But that outside is much more. The weather report says the wind is windy today. It's absolutely bob on. It is exceptionally windy. Just water for Angie. Just drinking water for just being Angie. There you go. Inappropriate joke time. Always. Wind by its very nature is surely very, very wind. What's the difference between Clint Eastwood and the homosexual? Blew your plants over earlier. That's not the punchline, is it? Blew your plants over earlier. Is that where it's coming from? That direction? It's coming this way. He is magic, you know. I've got his autograph in here somewhere. One will make your day and the other will make your whole week. Back of the net. Why have I just got a notification come through for a van stranded on the Tarleton bypass yesterday? Fucking hell. Why do I need to know this shit? Is that a euphemism? Is it? It's blowing your bush. Oh. Is that a youth in prison? Tom to tom tom tom. I've started doing this, by the way. I don't drink all my tea. I save a little bit for later on when I'm in here watching the telly. Put my feet up, just have a little bit of a just, and then I'm pissing all night. Yeah. Did we get the same video? You don't remember a bush? Yeah, it didn't look like it, did it? What are you drinking? What are you drinking? I would like a glass of alcohol-free red wine, please. Alisson. You zoomed in, but what you were, yeah. She was Brazilian. She only cost 50 million. You haven't seen it, to be fair. You wouldn't be looking that close. Sometimes you don't need to look that close. It's just it's there in your face, innit? Am I live for the England footy tomorrow? Is it tomorrow? Not tomorrow, is it? It's Friday. I will be on for the England game. In fact, because I've got time now. No, it's Saturday, isn't it? The England game. I will. It's 4 o'clock on Saturday, isn't it? I will do the scheduling. I've got time to sort that out, rather than leaving it to the last minute. Yes. Friday, 5 o'clock kickoff, Spain, Germany. 8 o'clock, Portugal, France. Saturday, 5 o'clock, England, Switzerland. We will do it. We think she's fucking brilliant. She's on OnlyFans. Prison officer girl, Pog. She's going to call herself Pog, isn't she? She will earn a few quid. It'll take her a while till she gets out. A few years sewing mailbags, and then she'll be out with her legs in stirrups. Bloody football. The European Championships, jinx, has to be done. Plus, it's getting me towards the watch hours, so I'm thankful for it, to be honest. It's put me right up there. We're doing great. But you don't need to watch the football, do you? You can just come on here and chill. Chill with the peeps. That's what it's all about. It's all about community. Holistic in the round. All about community. I was looking at something yesterday as well, talking about going out and trying to film things. I need to build up towards going on a few trips. One of which is going to be a double trip. Watching something about the dam busters and where they practiced on Derwent Dam in the Peak District, which isn't that far away from here, to be honest. But on the way there, you've also got the B29 overexposed crash site. But that is about 1.5 mile, 2 mile walk from the car parking placeage. So I'm going to have to really build up to that one. At some point, I would like to go and visit both of those, just to see what it was like. See what the dam busters trained on, and then go up and see the plane crash of the overexposed. So that would be lovely, that one. We'll see something really nice. In it though, bruv. While we're talking balls as usual, you have ladies day, of course, yeah. Derwent Dam. Sounds like Castrian observing the fact that bouncing bomb. Derwent Dam. Bring a posh frock and a fancy hat. Is that to the ladies or to us? Are you going to have ladies day, are you? Should we do that? We can do that. We can have the big screen for the lads for the footy, and we can have ladies day. And you can all dress up in your posh frocks. Give up asking now. What are you asking, Ellie? Thomas, would you like a drink? Would you like a Dame Edna? In one ear, out the other. Good reason to wear a hat. What are you trying to say, Jinxie? What are you trying to say? There's always a good reason to wear a hat. Takes the tension off my face. That's why I do it. Let's have an espresso to get you to the airport. Oh, are you driving, are you, to pick them up? Did you say it was Manchester they're going from? Or going from and to? Espresso, by the way, if anyone's watching. Espresso. Not espresso. Especially to those people who say especially and espresso. Espresso. Liverpool, you're going to pap the Yellow Submarine Alright, sound. I'll be there on Sunday morning, mate. I think they've got to be there for 4 o'clock in the morning. Oh, fuck. That's stupid. Which means, actually, this might happen. I can see this happening. Jess comes home on Friday. Jess has a day where she gets over a jet lag from the fucking Canary Islands. Jess goes out on Saturday night, stays in town until 5. I drop my mum and dad off at 4, drive all the way back from Liverpool to Southport, straight into town and pick them up and take them all home. That's what's going to happen. I can see that. I can see that happening. And someone mixing up genuinely and generally today. It annoys the life out of me getting things spectacularly wrong. Do it once, it's easily done. I get that, but constantly doing it. Especially is the one that's really annoying me at the moment. Seems to be everybody on YouTube from the States, probably of a certain age, is saying the same thing. Especially. What the fuck, especially? There's no X in it. And don't get me started on niche. It's got to be in your own niche. Fuck off, niche. I've got a zero tolerance policy towards niche now. Are you watching Nick Nimmin? Fucking niche. For giving you this time, don't let it happen again, whip tish. A dark and stormy. Oh, what's going on up there now? Dark and stormy. I should have put that on thingamajig. I could have hyperlapsed the sky tonight because it looks really good for that. I will do that this week, I think. Good choice. Buena choicey. Am I voting tomorrow? I will do. I always vote. As Louise said the other night, I think it was, wasn't it? The sacrifices that people gave up for us to be able to vote in the first place. We have to. Women have to because women died to get you to vote, so don't waste it. Don't get you started on ickle. That's a it's a big thing in the north of England in certain places. Ickle and lickle. We had someone that used to work for us about lickle bockles, drinking lickle bockles in the pub. Give us a lickle bockle. And having froth on the top of beer instead of froth. Do like a good sky time lapse. We've got some spectacular ones here. You will do as well over on the Oblong. You can get some really, really dramatic ones. What's a niche? Do you have to scratch it? Have to smash the telly in every time he says it? Start making videos that are in your niche. On what planet is N-I-C-H-E? Niche. Go on with a little bottle of wine to watch Sky Digital. Yep. Absolutely. Froth. Oh, fucking does me head in. Just the easiest of things. If you get one or two things wrong occasionally, I don't mind that. I meant to say this when I come out this way. But when you say it constantly, it's not difficult, is it? To speak the language of your home country, where you live. Especially if you live there. Scorchio. It will be Scorchio. Mummy and Daddy are going to Portugal again, as always, and it's always Scorchio there. It's pretty much where that was invented, wasn't it? Very Portuguese. Depends if you're a Cockney. We've said this before, though. There's no such thing as a Cockney anymore, is there? Just London seems to have been weirdified. Everyone's talking in that Jamaican or Jafaican, the South London weirdness. People didn't used to speak like that when I went to the footy match all the time. It's only 20 odd years ago. You bump into people in London who were Cockneys who spoke with a Cockney accent. Now you've got to go to Essex to go and find them. Mad. It's horrible, that. see an entire city where people who are born there have to move out. Also works the other way around as well. Yeah, Jafakin here. Works the other way around as well with people that had to move from Liverpool, from the city centre. They send them out into new towns in the likes of Kirby, Huyton, Skelmersdale, who now put on the most ridiculous Scouse accent to sound as Scouse as possible because they've got location guilt. Location guilt from our Chico. And then someone, Kirby's not in Liverpool. Go and tell people from Kirby they're not in Liverpool. Easily. They're not in Liverpool no matter how hard they are or how intense the voice is, their accents are. They're not from Liverpool. It's a new town outside of Liverpool. Skelmersdale's the same. You're the last pip. Keep holding on, mate. The East End seems to be the last sort of the last vestige of Cockneys, doesn't it? And even that's getting just pushed further and further into Essex more and more. Shame that. This is going to happen all over the place though. The Scouse accent's changing completely. Manx changing a lot. There's also that same sort of South London stuff is going into Manchester. Weird. Everyone's going to end up talking the same. It's so windy, your bird feeder is horizontal. Does that sound like 39 kilometres per hour to you? It's not. That's proper windy out there, man. As Chubby said, I'm not saying it's windy, but I've just seen a dog have the same shit twice. You work in a new town, it's not so much the original migrants as their kids that have the location guilt. Yeah, it's horrible. Where did these accents come from? Don't try and out-scouse people from Liverpool if you're living in Ellesmere Port or Skem or Kirby, and but they do constantly. And when people say to me occasionally, "You sound like you're from Liverpool, but you're quite posh." I'm not posh. This is the way people from Liverpool used to talk before they all started sounding like fucking coffee machines in Costa. Can you get a grant now you're a minority in your own backyard? You can. To keep up the traditional, what would they call it? There's a way of, oh, I forgot. It was in my head and it's gone now, but yeah. You should be able to get that, didn't you? Maintain the local history or whatever it is, local history and colour. You should do. Put a bid in, we'll sort you out. We'll back you up on that one. We need to vote for people for the recocknification of London. Are you with me, brothers? But eventually we're all going to speak with an American accent. We'll all be just used to listening to Hollywood TV shows and that. You can find that going around Europe. People used to speak with their own accents. Dutch would speak with English with a Dutch accent. Now it's just, they watch so much American TV, they sound American. We're all going to have the same accent. Everyone's going to be exactly the same. Stepford Wives, we are about to happen. I can see it. One nation under a dogger. That's coming from over there. That's either coming from Ireland or Wales. It's one of you sods who's sending it this way. Love it when you hear a proper old Scouse accent. Proper old school. It's funny when you go back and watch the Beatles getting interviewed. That's how people used to speak all the time. It's just not the same anymore. Mad. Crowdfunding, you do. We can set that up for you. I'll print off flyers. We'll get a 8-mile radius to do a charity concert for you. Recocknify the East End. We'll start there. Needs to be done. I'm sick of people stealing the button, the little bottom left-hand button off my keyboard. Got to take back control. What the hell was that? You plugged in, why did you go off? Strange things are afoot at the Circle K, I'm afraid. You wouldn't do anything to harm us in England. Of course not. You wouldn't anyway, you're sound. You're sound, Ali, you're sound, lad. And Chico MC it. Get him on, they're on the bill. Giving up trying to tell your niece not to speak like an American. She's been living there for years now. Well, if you're living there, there's a good chance that you might pick up the occasional little twang, but now if she's living there for years and it comes out that way, it does. That's alright. So when you got people living in, I don't know, in Oslo, sounding like they're from San Francisco, why are you doing that? A twang, yes. Just sounding completely like you're from somewhere else. It makes no sense. And it's not just an American thing either, by the way. Just Everton have just signed a player today, Iliman Ndiaye, who's French, and he speaks like he's from South London as well. Doesn't sound remotely foreign. He sounds like he's from London. So does Amadou Onana, another Everton player who's from Belgium. Don't know where they've learnt their accents from, but just they sound exactly like they could be from Croydon or somewhere. It's mad. Ndiaye, we'll always love Hugh. Who's Hugh? That's not going to take off, is it? In the park end with the Everton Dars. I'm not fucking singing that shite. Or if I do, I'm singing the Dolly version, not Whitney. Not singing some song that some fucking baghead was singing. Linked with some Verona right back, Chachu. Sounds like a sneeze, or Fonzie's cousin or nephew, or it was. How are we being linked with all these players when we haven't got any money? Just suddenly told United to go on Foxtrot Oscar, and now we're trying to sign 7 million people. It is a shame. Daichi doesn't fancy Patterson. I like him. Looked great playing for Scotland, and then all of a sudden he's not getting an opportunity. Mind you, his legs are made out of balsa wood, like. If you're looking for a right back, we've got a Glaswegian. We have indeed. He's on the bench, not playing. That's definitely getting far too rough out there. And it's dark. That's going to be a storm. You mark my words. Mandy, you watch out tonight. Not only will your bird feeders be horizontal, they will also be piss wet through. Struck by lightning. Thunder, lightning. Your bird feeder looks frightening. We're very close to another piggly ding. Odyssey style, oh yeah. But a native New Yorker. That was Odyssey, wasn't it? It was. Don't have me questioning myself. One minute to Piggly Ding. I repeat, 1 minute to Piggly Ding. And if anybody wants to have their own little alarm, let me know. You can send it to me and I will play it at the end of your shift. There you go. How's that for an idea? Record a voice note, send it to me. And instead of Piggly Ding, you can have what you want, as long as it's not utter filth. Jinxie. Looking at you. your bird feeders are wired to the pole or to be in the field. That sounds like a very, very wise thing to do. I'll check mine tomorrow. That will be, could be anywhere, that, to be honest with you. Piggly ding. Next. As Biff said, yeah, Back to the Future. Gonna make like a tree and split. See you on Saturday. Oh, no worries, Pip. See you later, bud. Why is that doing that? Why is that doing that? Lightning. I'm only joking, it's not lightning, that's the light. It's lighting rather than lightning. Ah, well, this sounds like, yeah, that's not right, so that needs to be unplugged, I think. It's looking to me like there's some kind of issue at the moment, so I think it's time to wrap it up, wrap it in. It's the opposite of begin. Yeah. I think it's time. I need to go and put my feet up. I am in pain down my entire left-hand side. So I think it's Voltarol on the knee, which is a place down south apparently. They're about to vote for another Conservative candidate on Voltarol on the knee. Yep, sound. Oh, hang on, Pip.
It's going up, 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 it's there.
We've got a levelly opera. Yeah, so cheers everyone, as always, fantastic. Weird, there was no footy at all, but I suppose not bad for the people that don't like football. You know, it is what it is, which I know people hate, but I don't mind that as a phrase because it is literally what it is. Yeah, and of course... And that's that.
Hoo-yah!